First, let's do propaganda because we've got to talk about the most bet on props in the NBA tonight. According to BetMGM, it is propaganda. These are the most bet on props according to BetMGM for tonight. Lu Dort, under 2.5 3-pointers made. That's silly. We know that only thing Lu Dort does well is shoot threes. Just kidding, but kind of not really. I mean for winning bets, of course. SGA first field goal plus 575. No surprise there. SGA under 6.5 assists people are betting tonight. I'm sure everyone's on his over points as well. KD over 23.5 points. And Cason Wallace over 2.5 rebounds, which I found to be very interesting. Over in the night game, Austin Reeves over 5.5 assists. It feels like everyone's liking Austin Reeves tonight, and no one's talking about my guy, Rui Hachimura, who we'll get to in a minute. Al Horford under PRA, which I'm sure is lower at this point because it looks like he might not even start. Buddy Hield under 2.5 3-pointers made. We ain't laying minus 157. Jimmy Butler, first field goal. Nice payout there, plus 750. I don't know about first field goal to crapshoot. And Luka over 8.5 assists at plus 120. Everyone loves to bet Luka assists always. He's probably going to put up points tonight. It's my guess. So I would probably stay away from the assists. He's probably going to end up with 7. It's my guess. And then he'll put up like 30 points. That would be the way that I would look at Luka. Okay, so these are the props that will go in time order. These are the props that I was looking at tonight for game 1 of the NBA. And it is really hard to figure out this. And I'm probably staying away from the Wiggins prop. I'm probably not even going to explain it because there's too many players out for OKC that it's going to end up actually benefiting Wiggins. But if everyone was healthy in OKC, then his under would have been would have been better against this Houston team. But I don't think I could bet the Wiggins under anymore. So I'm going to stay away from there. SGA under 32.5 points. So the main reason for this, and I know that it's extremely contrarian, but the Rockets were one of the best defenses in the NBA last year, and they did a really good job limiting the MVP. He went under 32.5 points in 4 of 5 games against the Rockets, and 3 of those 4 were actually at home. The Rockets allowed the 6th least points per game last year. The prop is exactly where it was last season when the season ended. Like, we had SGA 32.5, 33.5. Opening night, I'm not willing to bet overs of 30-plus points. So under 32.5 points for me, I'm going to go contrarian here, and you could tell me I'm crazy. It's fine. Don't bet it if you don't want to. But I'm staying away from SGA tonight. KD over 4.5 rebounds. I got this around minus 125 actually earlier, maybe minus 130 on Pickett Sports. This is probably my favorite play of the game. I don't know why this number is so low. I mean, I kind of do. They probably feel like in this defensively focused team with Houston, Jabari Smith Jr. and Alperen Sengun could grab boards from him. But KD is a great rim protector. He gets aggressive early. In fact, if you look at his last 5 season openers, KD's had at least 5 rebounds in 4 of those last 5 season openers, averaging 7.5 rebounds a game. It's the first game of the season. We could see these missed shots early on. KD, over 4.5 boards for me. I'm a little worried it's so low, but like, I got to bet it. I've got to bet some numbers. There's again under 11. Yeah. Amen Thompson. So he's a player that should benefit from Fred VanVleet being out with that torn ACL. There are 2 young Rockets that need to be able to fill those shoes, and Amen Thompson's one of them. We saw a big uptick in his points on the road without VanVleet last year, where he averaged 18 points a game in those spots. He went over 14.5 points in 7 of those 9 games without VanVleet and on the road. So you could look at over 14.5, 15.5 points for Amen Thompson. Reed Shepherd, I think I spelled it right. Reed Shepherd. So 2.5 assists was also low because, again, with no VanVleet, someone's got to pick up the assists. Someone's got to pick up the points. And Reed Shepherd actually went over 2.5 assists in 4 of the 5 games that he played. Well, 4 of the last 5 games that he played without VanVleet on the road last year. And this also went from plus 106 to minus 104. So Reed Shepherd over 2.5 assists seems pretty low for a player that's going to get the minutes on the floor. They're going to need someone to play at point. And Reed Shepherd could be that guy at certain points in this game. So I would look at his over assists as well. Not as much in this game that I could really find because I hate handicapping Golden State. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I used to love Draymond Green over rebounds plus assists, but then Jimmy Butler came in, and that screwed me. So now I hate them even more. Golden State's a really hard team to get a handle on, but I'll start with Steph Curry. This number at 5.5 is very low for assists. He's averaging just under 7 assists per game against the Lakers since the start of 24. In the last 5 years, Steph's averaging 7.5 assists on opening night. 3 of the last 5 years, the Warriors opened the season on the road, and Steph had 10 assists in each of those road games. The Lakers allowed the 9th most assists per game last year. I know that down the road, we're going to see more Jimmy Butler dishing the ball out too, but until that point, it's opening night. Give it to your leader and let him be the facilitator of the offense. Steph Curry over 5.5 assists against the Lakers tonight. Rui Hachimura is the player I'm going with to go over points, rebounds, and assists. He benefited a lot. He's going to be in LeBron's position at small forward tonight. He went over PRA in all 4 games last year without him. Hachimura's usage, it goes up naturally, and so do the points and rebounds without LeBron. The offense, it doesn't have to go through LeBron. So someone else gets some more open shots, and Rui Hachimura can hit a few threes tonight. He looked really good towards the end of last year. So I'm going to go Rui Hachimura over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Austin Reaves, another player that did benefit last year from no LeBron. Hakeem told me a lot of these games were without Luka as well. But I'm going to say if you want to take the dream approach, then you can take that Luka 25 plus points SGP'd with the Reaves 18 plus points, and you get that at minus 115. But for me, just to give you a little bit of insight on Austin Reaves, found this over at props.cash. Without LeBron, Reaves averaged 43 points, rebounds, and assists, going over this prop in 8 of 9 games without LeBron last year. He also went over in all 5 home games without LeBron. With LeBron, that 43 PRA goes down to 30 PRA. Even with LeBron at home against Golden State, Reaves went over 31.5 PRA in 2 of the 4 games last season, and that was with LeBron. So Reaves is going to be one of the more primary creators and scorers in this game. So you could go over PRA as well for Austin Reaves, taking advantage of no LeBron James. But again, I kind of like Mr. Dream's approach of that. Luka 25 plus, Austin Reaves 18 plus, and you get that at minus 115. I'll probably end up betting a little bit on that as well. The bets that I actually bet tonight, let's get to Royal Logs. Actual bets tonight are on Pickett Sports. You could see them. I told you guys I liked Kevin Durant over 4.5 rebounds, Rui Hachimura over points, rebounds, and assists, and Steph Curry over 5.5 assists. Those are my best bets of the night, but I am going to throw in that SGP that Mr. Dream gave out with the Luka Doncic 25 plus and the Austin Reaves 18 plus points. Feels like it's almost, and maybe it's not a hedge, but like I feel like at least if Rui Hachimura has a bad night, hopefully that SGP with Luka and Reaves can save me. Like at least Rui or Reaves has to have a bigger game tonight and go over their props. One of them at least has to. Steph Curry, thank you. Yeah, I feel like that number's too low. We have a huge NBA slate tomorrow. I'm going to have Coach James Young on the show tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. I've got to figure out another guest, so bear with me there. But I got another guest. I got to figure out who's going to come on at 5:10. Thursday, I'm going to have some guests talking Thursday Night Football as well. Friday, of course, Mid-Major Matt's going to join the show, and SixScore.com's Taylor Bicht is going to join the show to talk injuries in the NFL as well. So we've got a big week ahead because now the NBA is going. Major League Baseball is going on Friday for the World Series. We've got NFL starting on Thursday, week 8 already. Craziness. It is officially the best time of the year. Not Christmas, not the Super Bowl. It is right now when we've got the big 4 uploaded, ready to go. Oh, I know who I'm going to bring on this week. We're also going to bring on some hockey guests. We'll talk some NHL, obviously. You want Jared Block again? We just brought him on. He comes on Mondays, J-Main. He comes on Mondays. But we're going to talk hockey. I'll make sure to bring on my NHL guys, and we'll talk some hockey as well. Good luck to those bets tonight. Happy NBA season. And I will see you tomorrow, 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time here on the Prop Queen Pod.